This morning I was sitting in the kitchen about 10:30 and I was in my pajamas and I was looking at a Lillian Vernon catalog. And the mailman had come and Daddy had told me he was going to send a package and I said, okay, so I'll be there Wednesday to pick up the package. So I was sitting in the kitchen looking out the garage, and I sort of was keeping my eye on to see if the UPS man was coming because I didn't know what it was, and he had told me that he was refinishing these chairs that had been Daddy Simmons or Grand's, I'm not sure. And I thought, well, is he going to deliver these chairs? Because I thought, well, he could just bring them when he comes down next time. He doesn't have to pay to have those brought down. So anyway, I was sitting there, and these 3 cars pull into the driveway. And I thought, well, here's somebody turning around in my driveway again. And it was a van and 2 brand new Dodge Spirits. And they came to the door and they said, are you Mary Claire Simmons? And I said, yes. And they said, well, can you come out here? And he had a big wad of money in his hands. He says, you can have this money or the keys to this car, and if it starts, which one do you want? And I said, well, who are you? I kept saying, who are you? And he said, it doesn't matter who I am. Will you do this? And I said, well, just wait a minute. He says, where's Lisa Simmons? I said, well, she's not here. She's at work. And he said, well, you need to call her. So I ran back in, called her again. She wasn't in, left a message on her machine to call me. And then I came back out here again, and he said, do you know Raymond Simmons? And I said, yes, that's my father. And he said, well, these are from your father. He said, we're from Colony Dodge. And I said, okay, so I started the keys up. I still didn't believe who he was. I didn't know what was going on. And I started crying, and I cried, and I cried. And I think the salesman had tears in his eyes, and I was crying. He said, well, we have to go back to Winston. We drove down this morning, left at 4:30. And the chairs were in the back seat of the car. So I came in, and I rushed in. I called Harvey. And I called Dick, and I couldn't call Scott at work because he was busy. And I called Lisa again, and I called Lisa, and she answered the phone. She goes, Mary Claire, what's the matter? What's the matter? I said, Lisa, you've got to come over to the house immediately. And she said, why? She said, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said, nothing's wrong. You just got to come over here. And she kept asking me. I said, no, Daddy has something for you, a package. You've just got to come over and get it. And she says, well, I can't. My car's in the shop. Here I am with Harvey's video camera before Lisa gets here. We're waiting for her to come over. And this is the most exciting present I've ever had. I'm so excited, and I just want to thank you so much. And now I have a new car, and all the people at work won't be listening to me complain about my car breaking down all the time. Lisa doesn't know anything. What's going on?
Gotta come over here.
I'm totally confused and baffled. My heart is pounding. Refinished. Oh my God! Is this my car? It is! Can you believe it? Daddy delivered it this morning. Premium came down from North Carolina and delivered these cars. Who they were? I locked the door and I called you. Is that yours? Yes. Oh, she got all 3 of us. It's a brand new car. I cried every 20 minutes.
25. Here we go. 5 more.
Oh. He picked your... I was screaming, and he kept saying, he had a wad of money in his hand, and he said, would you like this wad of money, or if you can start this car, it's yours. And I said, who are you? I'm turning around in my driveway. And I was crying. Can you believe Daddy did that? Said to me on the phone, well, I can't come over. My car's in the shop.
Right there. Adios.
I can't believe this.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
I was crying, I cried, and he said, you've got to get Lisa over here. I said, well, I don't know, she's at work. He said, she's got to come over here now. B6, it has everything.
Did he buy Suzanne one?
Yes, all three of us. I don't know what color it is. And my head's killing me. I feel like I'm going to faint. I've been like this all day.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better, and some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life I love